Ubisoft revealed the post-launch content for Watch Dogs Legion, and it's a ton, including a separate multiplayer sandbox, a PvP Spider Arena, new characters including an Assassin's Creed crossover, yes really, and way more. I will tell you everything you need to know in this video, while also showing you brand new multiplayer gameplay. A like on the video would really help the channel out. And let's go. You can win Watch Dogs Legion in my October giveaway for a 2020 game of your choice. Just click the link in the pinned comment for a chance to win. And be sure you are also a subscriber of the channel before you enter. And good luck. Let's start with the multiplayer update that will launch on December 3rd. Of course, the game comes out on October 29th and will then launch in November on the next-gen consoles when those come out. And then a few weeks later, we get the first big content update that also kicks off the whole post-launch plan. And this update will include the multiplayer sandbox that is separate from the single player, so everyone starts all over. Your single player characters will not carry over. There will be a small tutorial, but after that you can basically do everything in the open world. And they wanted to make it different sandboxes because the multiplayer will kinda live its own life separate from the single player, and also have special missions only designed for co-op. At the launch, all the characters from the single player can be recruited in the open world of the multiplayer as well, but later down the line we will be seeing multiplayer exclusive characters and even co-op specific gadgets and tech. What is nice to know though is that the multiplayer will be cross progression between Xbox, PlayStation and PC, so you can play on any platform with the same characters you recruited in the online multiplayer. So while you still can play as anyone, the recruitment process will be slightly different compared to the single player. But overall, all the activities will be there, and they also seem to be in the same locations as the single player version of London. But yeah, I can totally see why it's more fun to do darts or soccer with your friends than alone. You can, by the way, make a friend-only version of London or also join a public room. There are things called assignments in the multiplayer mode that you can do by yourself while you, for example, wait for your friends, or you can also use that to recruit new characters. But there will also be special co-op missions that you have to do with a minimum of 2 players. So these are designed for multiple people, but are like overall more laid back, while the tactical ops are like 4-player minimum more challenging encounters. They are kind of comparable to raids in a way, where you really have to communicate with your team to overcome these challenges and complete puzzles, like where one player has to control a drone through a dangerous and small area. But don't expect this to be like a really hardcore activity. It's not designed for just a small portion of the player base, and should actually be pretty accessible and not frustrating or really time consuming at all. And one thing that really shows that is that the moment you go into the online multiplayer, you have to do a short online tutorial, and after that you can immediately do this tactical ops if you want. And that should overall be the idea behind this multiplayer mode. Just jump in with your friends, have fun, do whatever you want without having to grind or anything, so that sounds actually pretty cool. And there's, by the way, 1 tactical ops available at launch, with more coming later. Sometimes when causing mayhem in London, you will see an icon pop up on the map for a dynamic event that then starts after a certain time, and you then want to go there and complete it in a specific time window for special rewards. I don't know what the rewards are that you can get in the multiplayer. Also for the tactical ops, they wanted to keep that a secret, but I do know that the first dynamic event has us take out multiple drones, and that there will be 1 available at launch, with again more coming later. So those are the things that will become available for free on December 3rd alongside the first PvP mode, and that's that Spiderbot Arena. So yes, for this you will be controlling a Spiderbot in an 8-player free-for-all deathmatch, picking up weapons along the way. It should be fast-paced, kinda casual, but there will be leaderboards that you can climb as well. It really seems like the perfect activity for if you still want to play the game but are kinda into something else. And there should be more PvP modes coming later, like they revealed Invasion, that will be returning to Legion, but that will be part of an update coming somewhere in 2021. So it should be similar to the previous games where you invade someone else's game and then kind of hack them, but thanks to the play as anyone, it Should actually be even more fun to blend in with the environment, behave as an NPC as we also saw in the post-launch trailer. I'm really curious how it plays out, but we have to wait a little while before it releases. We kind of see the full schedule here, but there should be even more coming, including surprise events. And this is actually where that Assassin's Creed character comes in. So as part of the Season Pass, we get Aiden Pierce, as we already knew, but they now also revealed the 3 other characters. One of them is Mina, a special character that can basically mind control other people, so you then control them yourself. And what we see here is likely her introduction mission that we will play when she releases. Wrench will be joining Aiden Pierce in that Bloodline expansion that continues the story of Aiden from the original Watch Dogs, and this should be like the big Season Pass story content DLC. So Wrench is then also playable, and apart from the new story and missions, we should also expect a new progression, although they did not share any details yet. So again, that is all part of the Season Pass, just like Darcy, a member of the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I also did an interview with the live content director of the game, and he could not share a lot about this character, like what the abilities were, only that she was very much inspired by AC, and that it's more a fan service thing and not canon or anything. She will have a special event associated to her with like specific content when she releases, but if you don't have the Season Pass, then you can still look forward to new free characters. Watch Dogs Legion has seasons that last like 3 months or so, and we should expect multiple new characters, I think, during these seasons, but it was kind of vague still, and then we can recruit these characters when they launch in the single player open world, and they should have new unique abilities. We should also expect new free missions, and the New Game Plus will also be added somewhere in the post-launch plan, so likely in 2021, no time frame was given. But overall, after the December 3rd update, we should already expect the next update relatively fast. So really December 3rd is like the kickoff of their big post-launch plan. And they got stuff planned from then till the end of the next summer. But they also want to remain flexible so that if there is feedback for specific content or a feature, that they can work on that too. And maybe then also go beyond the next summer window. But that also has to do with, of course, how successful everything is. And this is obviously also where the store comes in. So in the new demo I played, we could not access it, but during my interview I did ask about it. And if you, by the way, want to watch the full interview about everything regarding the post-launch, I have it up for members of the channel. Hit the join button next to the subscribe button. For $2 per month, you can already listen to that content. I will also link to it in a pinned comment so you can easily find it. So the focus of the store is on cosmetics, and it seems like the item packs, similar to what we see with Assassin's Creed of course, and actually also now for Immortals, will be in Watch Dogs as well. So really over the top crazy cosmetics. While we can of course get a ton of clothes and other cosmetics in the world with cryptocurrency that you can get by just playing the game. And maybe you remember that VIP pass from the previous season pass. Well, that is still in Watch Dogs Legion, and it will boost the amount of crypto that you get for 7 days or for 4 weeks. So that's also something you can buy if you want. Characters will also be in the store, but not unique ones like the Beekeeper or anything like that. They should more function as a way to get cosmetics instead of the character. That's at least what the live content director said. So curious how this will work. It did not seem too crazy compared to the amount of free content that we get, but also kind of hard to say right now. We really have to see it in action. Subscribe for way more on Watch Dogs Legion if you haven't already. I will of course do a video on the recent play session I did as well, so keep it locked for that and keep you up to date as we get closer to launch, and then of course make a ton of videos when the game comes out. Really excited for that. Drop a like to support the channel. And I got, by the way, raw multiplayer footage from the B-roll I received up on the channel as well that you can watch by clicking on the screen. For now though, I will speak to you next time, and goodbye.